Hello, happy Monday. Happy last Monday in August. Holy man, just craziness that the summer is winding up. And I hope that you have had an incredible summer, We are going to be getting dates from me finally for our year-end unit awards, which I'm going to be doing virtually so everyone can be in attendance. What happened was some of you, I think I shared with, I don't know if I did it in a meeting or not, the place that I always get my stuff from, I called after, year end, June 30th, to order my things, and they said that they weren't taking any orders until October 15th. And well, that just didn't really work for me. So I have found a new place. It takes a couple of weeks, about 3 weeks, they said, for things to come in. And so the order has been placed. I just want to make sure that it's like within days of coming to them, so that because I still have to mail it out after I have received it to the people that are going to be receiving it. So soon you will get a date for that. My apologies for it to have taken forever. It was just beyond my control, but I cannot wait to celebrate your year and your accomplishments. I'm just so proud of what a lot of you are doing right now. Juliana, thank you so much for your fabulous training on that wonderful book. It's really invigorating when you find something that really resonates with you and helps you get into action. And you know what? It's also just a sign that you're ready to hear whatever it is that's being shared with you, and you're ready to put it into motion, into action. So that is awesome. And again, thank you for sharing that with us, because I think it's always great, right? Mary Kay always said, when you have an idea and I have an idea, now we both have two ideas instead of one idea. So to be able to share what's working, and when you have something that's working for you, of course we want to share it. We're passionate about it. We want to share it with other people so that they too can have the opportunity to see if it'll be something that could help them. So that is fantastic. I also wanted to give a shout out to Ms. Lisa, who connected with some clients, sent out with the new products that just launched, and has had some great sales, and her daughter, the cutest little thing, helping her put the orders together and deliver them. It's just so cool when your kids get to be a part of it and are excited to, get to hand over the bag and such. So congratulations to you too. And Michelle doing amazing things too, just reconnecting with clients and things. I feel like some of us have just kind of taken some time to kind of like reconnect with people and just find out where they're at. And new products are always a great way to do that. And so is the makeover contest that is about to launch for September 1st. You guys, that is an incredible tool that Mary Kay puts out there for us to make it easier to reach out to people, past clients, when you meet new people, like, hey, we're doing this thing. You can do it all virtually. Doesn't matter where they live. You can do it in person. You can do a little bit of both now. You can do whatever you choose is the best for you. And they get entered to win some incredible prizes. So start getting the bookings if you haven't already, so that you can get them entered in to win this amazing. There's lots of prizes that are going on. I'm not going to talk about them now because we talked about them before. And you can find them all on InTouch. Another really great thing that I had shared with you that Kristen Sharp is sharing, National Sales Director from the States. She is doing her holiday hangouts again this year, and it's going to be once a month. And basically, she is going to be teaching you what you should be doing during that particular month. So like, what should I be doing in September to start leading up to holiday sales? What should I be doing in October as you get closer? Amazing ideas. If you apply one of them, if you apply all of them, you will have incredible sales. And it helps you be able to look at, like, what Christmas do I want to have for my family, and how can Mary Kay play a role in that? And then again, what you need to do in September, There's two versions. One of them is totally free, and you just get access to all the training, and you get to get all of her ideas and tips and put them into play. The second one, it's only $13 US, but it includes you to be a part of a guest event that's going to be happening. You'll also be sent copies of the training manuals. And that also means that you get to be put in for some of the incredible prizes that she has that she's giving away. So the cost of it helps cover the prizes that are going to be given away. Some amazing things. Like I think one of them was a hair dryer. Oh my gosh, why I can't think of the brand. Amazing brand. It's amazing. Anyways, so lots of fun. And then it helps you plan your business. What am I going to do for the next 4 weeks? And then break it down. Anyways, she's incredible. The fact that we can just join in and that she's, in the States, like a 9-hour plane ride away, and that we can just join in is an amazing opportunity. So I really do encourage you to sign up for that. If you can't watch it live, of course, you're going to have access to the recording so that you can watch it when the time is for you. Okay, so today, what I kind of wanted to talk about was sometimes in order for us to move forward, like sometimes we just want to get to work and try before we kind of think about who do I want to be? Who do I want to grow into? And I talked a lot about, I often feel tired, not because I've done too much, because I'm doing too little of the things that light me up. And so I've really made adjustments so that I am doing the things that light me up. And that makes everything else so much easier, because then I feel better about what I'm about to do, whether I want to do it or not. Most of the time I don't want to do my booking calls or whatever it is, or reaching out to people. But once you get started, of course, you're happy to do it. But I want you to know that, because I don't always want to do it either. But it's just part of the process. It's what we have to do to be able to, I paused myself, to get us to where we want to be. Courage is kind of that tipping point to, maybe you're afraid to make phone calls, or maybe you're afraid to talk to people, or maybe you're afraid to connect with your clients. But courage is that tipping point to bring us to everything. It's like opening the floodgates to all the things that we want. And maybe you don't know how to talk to others, or you feel like you don't know how to talk to others, but it's that practice. It's the only thing that's going to help build our confidence when we lean into the things that make us nervous or self-confident or whatever it is. There's no other way around it. And it's so interesting. We were just having this conversation with Gia, and how if you don't learn it as a child, that when you feel nervous or uncomfortable to do something, if you don't start to lean into those things and take the steps to feel brave, and then you feel better and you feel so proud, eventually you have to do it as an adult. And I feel like sometimes it's harder to do it as an adult. So I just wanted to share with you a little bit about what are some things that we can do in the becoming. Sometimes people, they think like, oh, I can't do that. I'm not a leader, or I'm not a director, or I'm not a whatever. You can still be in the process of becoming and still be a leader, still act like a leader, still act courageous if you don't feel courageous yet. Borrow my confidence in you, my belief in you, pardon me, until you have it yourself. Because let me tell you, I had to borrow a lot of people's belief in me all through my 13 years in Mary Kay before I had it myself. Okay, so sometimes we don't know the how. Sometimes we feel like I don't have a plan. I don't know what my long game is. I don't know how to enjoy the moment. I don't know. We talk about all these things, and you can go on and on about all the things that you don't know how to do, or you don't know whatever, but lean in to those uncomfortable feelings. Learning is something that can definitely be rushed. Like, you can read every day, you can study every day, you can practice this, but change cannot be rushed, right? You will change, and you will see a result of your life changing, your relationships changing, your business changing as a result, but that cannot be rushed, right? And I always think like, I don't have the time or the energy to waste on being how I don't want to be, or spending time somewhere that I don't want to spend time. Having children, especially having the twins and Gia and the three of them, has really taught me not just time management, but priority management, that I don't have the luxury of feeling bad about saying no to certain things. I just don't have time to do all the things. So I really have to know, what are my priorities? What are my values? And those are the only things that I can say yes to. Because if I say yes to something else, I'm taking away from those other things that are my priorities, that are my values, that are the most important things to me. And it doesn't make me mean or a bad person. It just means that I know what's important to me, and that is where I need to spend my time. And so, what you believe in, how you grew up, that's kind of where our belief system is formed. And sometimes we have to make adjustments to change the beliefs and things that we grew up with to have a different perspective today. And how we grew up is how we grew up. It's not good, it's not bad, it's whatever. It's the past, and it just is what it is. But sometimes if we want to change that, then we need to just take baby steps to give us certain results. So the way that we grew up affects how that we act, and how we act will give us certain results. You know, how we act will, or how we feel will affect how we act, which gives us certain results. And if you believe that, oh, I've always been a procrastinator, or like I feel like a loser, or I have shame because I never do what I say I'm going to do, you don't have energy to do what you should, what you're feeling about yourself, you're reinforcing that you're a procrastinator. You're telling yourself, yeah, I'm a procrastinator. So that's where you would have to start, is changing in what you're telling yourself to change how you feel, which is going to change what you think about yourself, which is going to change what you do, which is going to change your results. And you will start to believe over time, and you will see the reflection of who you are in everything that you do. How we do one thing is how we do everything. And teaching yourself that you do matter, that you giving yourself the feeling of feeling empowered, knowing that your belief is unwavering. No matter if you're like, oh my God, I'm so far away from that. How am I ever going to do that? Could I ever do that? Everything that you do is going to come from that. You can make surface level changes, but that's how you're going to make the really deep rooted changes that are going to change everything. And I feel like, Juliana, what you are doing with this amazing book, you are starting to make some deep rooted changes that are affecting how you think, what you do, and the results that you are getting as a result to that. Often we want to go straight to the action. What can I do? What can I do? Instead of getting to the root of, why am I not doing that? Why do I always procrastinate? Why do I start off really strong and then stop? And it might be because you haven't looked back and gone, okay, what do I actually need to change? Which is usually starts with what we're thinking and telling ourselves. Your belief system is where you got to begin for all of that. The power of self-awareness is so powerful. You know, perspective is really everything. And when you look at somebody that has had success with anything, you know, whether you're talking about their health, or you're talking about our business, or you're talking about academics, or whatever it might be, first is that self-awareness and how you see the world, and how the world sees us as we are. And, you know, your perspective really becomes your reality. So if you can change your perspective, you know, glass half full, half empty, rose-colored glasses. I handed out rose-colored glasses at my director debut 12 years ago because I choose to see my perspective with rose-colored glasses. I look for the good. I look for the positive. That's a choice. Pardon me, I don't have any water, so can't have a sip. But it really overflows into everything. and it becomes, or it has become, my automatic reaction. As Stephanie and I have talked about many times, knee-jerk reaction, like that's how I respond, is with a positive response, instead of, some of you might have an automatic negative response or glass half empty response. And so that's why we have to go into our belief system and see what do we need to change, get that self-awareness, so that changes everything. How the first step is the ability to see ourselves. We might not even realize that is our perspective of everything. Sit and see the truth about ourselves. So many people just go. They try and set the goal, then they try and go, but again, they don't get to that root. And that's why I'm talking about this, is really looking for change. And it might be that you see smoke. Where there is smoke, there is fire. You might suddenly be not treating relationships in your life how you'd like to treat them. You might be shouting at your kids and you're like, what am I even frustrated about? Something that you'll need to change, that you need to pay attention to. That, like, why are these things happen? They're happening as a result. Maybe you're fighting in a relationship, or not fighting, but not getting along, or maybe you're having certain thoughts about it, but nothing's changed, but it's us that needs to change or be aware of something. And I think it's really important that when we look at stuff, sometimes I think we're afraid to look at ourselves because we think, oh, it's going to be bad. I'm going to discover I'm a procrastinator, or I know it's going to affirm I'm a procrastinator. But it's not good or bad. It just is what it is. Think about science. Results are just, it's information for you to know what to do next. Whether the results are what you wanted or didn't want, even if you get what you didn't want, then that is information to help you get closer to what it is that you do want. It's just information. It's not good or bad. It's not confirming anything bad. It's not confirming anything good. Again, it's just that self-awareness and acknowledge. And, the quality of the questions that you can learn to ask yourself are going to help you have a better actual idea of who you are and where you want to go, and helping create that new perspective and that new belief system. Okay, so your priorities. Do you know what your priorities are? Do you know what your values are? Do you know what's important to you? I encourage you to sit down and write them out. And it's hard sometimes to figure out, like, what are those? You think they wouldn't be hard. It wouldn't be hard. But when you go to do it the first time or revisit it, it can be kind of challenging. And I was like, how do I not know what my own core values are? I know integrity, love, respect, kindness. I know those things, but what are the really, really important ones to you? And then the question I want you to ask yourself is, am I walking this out in my daily life? Am I practicing my values and priorities that are actually important to me? Because there was time when I knew what my values and priorities were, but I was not walking them out in my everyday life. I was not practicing them. And so, that's when I was frustrated and exhausted and yelling at the kids. So I had a need that was not being fulfilled. And so I had to figure out, what is that and how do I fix that? The other important thing too is that if there are some things and you're like, oh, I don't like that about me, forgive yourself and move on, right? Again, walking out who you want to be every day. You start to practice it. It becomes your habit, and it becomes your knee-jerk reaction of who you are on a daily basis. So start paying attention. And a lot of that, again, remember I talked about, like, what's the input? What are you watching every day? What are you listening to every day? What are you filling your brain with? Are you watching, I think about the kids, and it's like, what are they watching? Are they watching shows where they're calling people names and they're this, that, and whatever? I don't want that to be their input. So, paying attention, what is your input? Are you paying as close attention to your own input as you are maybe your kids or your family? I don't want you to bend to fit for others. Maybe you think there's expectations of people that they have of you, of who you need to be in order to fit inside this box. The greatest thing about Mary Kay is that there is no expectation of who you need to be successful, and successful as the term, whatever that means to you. You get to be you. The only thing we talk about is becoming the best version of yourself. And I think there's not a whole lot of things out there where you can literally be you and be incredibly successful, and that you don't have to change to try and fit inside this required box of expectation for maybe like this job, that job. If you're being a different kind of mom, why are you doing that? Are you doing it because you think that's what you should be doing? Or are you doing it because that's who you want to be? As you can tell, I've done a whole lot of self-reflection lately. And it's just really, really important. Ask yourself, instead of saying, what's wrong with me? Ask yourself, what does the best version of me look like? Okay. And that's going to help really give you some powerful answers. What do you want more of? Do you want more love in your life? Do you want more connection? Do you want more confidence? Do you want more peace? What do you want less of? Anxiety, stress, doubt. Okay. What do you need to release that's no longer serving you? That might be time, things that are not of your priorities, not of your values. And then finding some solutions to the problems that we have literally created in our own life, because we are in control of those decisions that we make. So this will literally accidentally change your life. If you sit down and go through these things, take the time to sit down and go through this. There's so much amazing training that we have access to, that we listen to, but what do you do with it? If you don't do anything with it, it's not really a valuable tool. Then it's just information instead of being something that can actually do something for you. It's going to help establish new beliefs for you every single day, which are going to become your norm. It's going to rewire your brain, literally, how you think about things, which affects how you feel, which affects what you do, which affects what you have in your life right now. And then asking yourself every single day, how did I show up as her today? Ooh, I didn't really show up as her today at all. I did this, I did this, I did this. Okay. What can we do tomorrow differently? How could we respond differently to this, 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 and this? Or, yay me, I did this. I'm so proud. I showed up and I did this and I did this and I did this. And I lived in my values and my priorities. And I said no to that. And I said yes to this. And what really kind of lit me up and got me excited? Did I lean into it? Did I do more of it? To try and pay attention and figure out what does light you up so that you have more energy to do more of all of it. Okay. And that's going to give you a better opportunity to make better choices and to take better actions that can take you to wherever you want to be. And the thing that I have learned is that the more that we know who we are, the more that we are acting with integrity from our place of our priorities and our values, the easier Mary Kay is, the better your life in general is, and the more that you will just see literally flock your way. And you're just like, oh my gosh, like win after win after win. I have loved hearing about Juliana's wins. She's like, oh my God, I had these sales before 7 a.m. and I accomplished this, this, and this, and I feel so good about it. Then when you feel good, you want to do more of whatever. Sometimes it makes us feel good, but then it overflows into our health. And we're like, you know what? I'm going to go for a walk today. I'm going for a hike today. Or I don't really feel like that brownie. I'm going to have a piece of fruit. Like suddenly everything shifts into who we want to be. So, okay. So those are the things that I want you to walk out in your daily life. Here are some last couple questions that I want you to ask yourself that is going to help you get to the right spot. When I believe I don't have enough energy, my whole body's like tired, weak, sad. And then who do I become? And I don't take energy, da 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 da. But then I have to ask myself, well, what is that costing me? That's costing me my potential life. That's costing me, it's not heading towards what I want to create and who I want to be and how I want to feel every day. So when I feel and live a certain way, or I feel and I live a certain way when I believe this. So these are the 3 questions that can help uproot a limiting belief that's going to affect everything. So when something happens, you want to ask yourself, 1, is this true? When you're feeling a certain way, like, I'm such a procrastinator. Is this true? No. Tell yourself no. 2, what do I feel I experience when I believe this? And 3, what is it costing me? Okay? When you're going down the road of, okay? I don't have the energy. Like, these are the things you're telling yourself. I don't have the energy. I don't know how to fill up my cup to be able to pour out. What is that belief costing me? Well, it's keeping me from experiencing my life and my business. I'm missing out on satisfaction. I'm missing out on being proud. I'm missing out on feeling energetic. I'm missing out on being the mom that I want to be because of all of those things. If I don't change this, what is it ultimately going to cost me in my life? These are some tough questions, but it's really important. And I have a lot of people wanting to make a lot of serious changes right now. And these are the questions that you need to know. Life, work, again, it'll overflow into work. Okay. So you're going to want to sit in the feelings of who do you want to be? Everything changes. Your body language changes, your emotions, like maybe sit a little bit taller, you're more energetic. When I'm not energetic, I'm not talking with my hands. That's going to help you change. It's going to be the opposite of what you used to believe. You're going to, for me, I'm like, I am full of energy. I am full of fire. I am energetically, I have abundant energy. It's overflowing. I'm soul led. I want to get out of bed in the morning. I have energy to do everything with my kids. I have energy to work my business after I've been with my kids all day long or in the middle of the day or whenever I have it planned. I got here because of who I am and who I became. And do you like that person? Or can we be better? Can we be more? Or is that person who you got to become? Okay. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what you're emotionally telling yourself and what this new belief is. And so you want to build this bridge from where you are to what you want to, who you want to be every day. Okay. So those are some things that I think are really important when it comes to being, all of this is about being magnetic. You know how there's some people you're just like drawn to? This is why. The way they see things, the energy that they put out there, how they talk to people. When I think about like recruiting and the people that I have met over the years, most of them I didn't straight out be like, would you be willing to listen to a little bit about, it may or may not be for you, blah, 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 blah. It's just something that happens because people are drawn to how I live my life, that I am happy, that I'm energetic and I have these children and and before I had kids, because it's a way that I choose to live. And that is what is attractive to people. And that is where you're going to meet new clients because they're going to be like, oh my gosh, like they just want to be around you. They just want to learn what it is that you have that they don't have that they would like to have in their life. And that's Mary Kay, whether it be great skincare, to feel good about their skin, whether it be this opportunity to be a part of an amazing community, whatever it is just absolutely amazing. And I want you all to have that absolutely amazing, incredible feeling of, Mary Kay is not a journey of just selling product. It really is about becoming the best versions of ourselves. And so, I don't know, I just felt really called to speak on this. to get back to the basics and to really just figure out, who do we want to be being, and are you being her? Are you walking that out every single day? And where can you begin? Everything that we just went over today. You know, you always have actions that you can take, but who am I repeatedly being? Am I repeatedly being who I want to be? Because that's going to create the habit and the knee-jerk reaction of what I want. Or do I need to make some tweaks and changes there? You know, I feel like, to my daughters, I have the responsibility to and the ability to change, to be who I want them to see me as, so that they emulate that. They want to be that. They make those good, positive choices as a young child, so that they just act that out. They rep her out every single day. So that's who they grow into become. It's not something they have to learn as a teenager, as an adult, you know, in their 40s. It's never too late. If this is never something that you have done before, now's the time to start. But if you have children, this is who they will become by being them every single day. Anyways, deep today. Oh my goodness. Please tell me what you heard today. Tell me what it is that you're already doing, or tell me what it is that you're willing to start doing to be able to walk her out every day. Start being her every day.